It is. Wow.
All right.
Fade out. You're such a pro. That's so awesome.
All right. Well, welcome.
It was a great opening. I mean, it's different, and you just went. I mean, then you potted down or faded down, and then yeah, total professional. You would never know you're a sound if you weren't a sound engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magical skills.
You know, I saw Elton John. I went to.
Gene, you know, on remember all those movies?
Yes.
You know, when people doing the special effects
Yeah.
and all that
right,
stuff.
Right.
The jazz singer.
Yeah.
People.
Oh, Neil Diamond.
People. No. The jazz singer, like the first movie with sound.
With Al Jolson.
Yeah, Al Jolson.
But they remade it with Neil Diamond.
Oh yeah. Well, when the guy starts talking or singing,
Yes.
everyone's now like, "Whoa, holy shit! You just sang. This is a movie, and you just sang. What the hell happened?"
Yeah, but it's pretty
No,
cool.
they just let it happen.
Well, I'm
they
just
let it
telling
happen,
you.
Gene.
Good job.
Well, I appreciate it, Gene.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gene, I'm sorry. What are you gonna say? Some story
Elton
about
John's
Elton
on his
John?
farewell tour. He's doing a 3-year farewell tour, and tickets are reasonably kind of expensive.
They're
actually.
reasonably priced.
No, the most I've ever paid for a concert ticket actually, but he was great. I saw him at Staples Center. Yep.
Oh yeah. Is there a mic on? It feels like
Yeah, because it seems.
it sounds a little weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's not synced up. We're not.
What?
See? We're
What?
not. Oh, there we are.
No,
Oh,
we should be
am
out.
I-
All right, there you go.
Okay,
There's
all
some
right,
behind the
it's all
scenes
good now.
background.
But he was great. He was so good. He played for almost 3 hours. And it was great to say hello and goodbye to the Rocket Man because I've never seen him before.
Oh, so you actually did see him then, right?
Yeah, I went I went down to Staples Center where the Lakers, in between Laker games. And I was right on the floor where the Lakers play.
Oh, really? With
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson?
He was
Was he
not
there?
there. Unless he was in a suite. He might have been in a suite.
No.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
don't know.
All right. Well, Gene,
Yes?
thanks for. I'm glad we started the show.
Oh,
On top of it. Well,
and I went to a musical too.
I'll ask you some questions about that in a moment here. But Gene, this is the Midwest Sports Show.
Elton John has or will be in the Midwest. So there you go.
Is he gonna be at Wrigley Field?
He's not doing Wrigley. He has done Wrigley Field with Billy Joel, but I don't think he's doing it this time.
All right. So my name is Chris Stotts.
Hello.
And then that's Gene Steichen.
Hello.
And we got a lot to talk about this week. It is the Monday after the Super Bowl.
Boo.
And we will.
Boo.
And Gene was obviously a big fan.
I'm
of said
telling you,
game.
I was sad it's over, but I was glad that game was over. It couldn't have ended soon enough. I didn't care who won. I just wanted it to be over. I was gonna bail and just go to see Hello Dolly, which I'm seeing next week, the musical. But I go, why don't I just go twice? I'll go 2 weeks in a row. I'll pay $200 just to have to not watch this game anymore. But I stuck with it. So.
All right, so you were literally looking through off-Broadway
It's
playbills.
at the Pantages Theater, Hollywood and Vine.
Yeah.
And I was going to go to the 6:30 show.
There
And
were
the tickets were really cheap because
a lot of seats available.
Yeah. No, not. But on StubHub, they dropped. Because the Super Bowl prices, they went back up. The Super Bowl tickets went back up.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, I would imagine tickets for a off or a Broadway play
Yeah.
would probably be fairly cheap on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, they were.
Although I guess the people that would go to Hello Dolly, probably the Venn diagram, probably not a lot of intersection between people eating buffalo wings
Yeah.
and
Well, on
chili
Oscar,
and the Hello Dolly, the Nathan
right.
Nathan fans.
I'm going to see it next week. Oh, Betty Buckley's in it. I'm seeing Kinky Boots on Oscar night, so there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Well, that's your
Yeah.
Los Angeles theater,
Oh, you're welcome.
musical
And it's
theater
been raining
local
here,
review.
too. Yeah.
Gene, you
Oh,
should
it's
you
good.
should have your own column.
I
Gene,
love going to musicals. I went Saturday. I saw 1776, which was about the Constitution, a lot like Hamilton, minus the rapping, but fantastic.
Yeah, that was the original Hamilton. People forget
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, it was from 1969.
People forget that before Hamilton, they made the Declaration of Independence cool
Yeah.
with a bunch of Broadway tunes.
Oh yeah, yeah. 1776.
People think what's this guy's name? Murata?
Lin-Manuel
Miranda?
Miranda. You're gonna make me screw it. Lin-Manuel Miranda. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Lin-Manuel?
Yes, Lin-Manuel. Oh, I love him.
All right.
One day I'll see him on stage, but
Anyways,
that day
not
hasn't
not an original idea.
happened. Well,
A musical about the Declaration of Independence.
hey, yeah, but it's fantastic.
Gene, that's like me writing a movie about raiders of lost arks or something.
Well,
You know what I
good
mean?
luck with that. I mean,
I don't know why this guy got a whole bunch of Tonys.
he's so great. He's awesome.
All right.
Hey, yeah.
All right, so it is the Monday after the Super Bowl. We don't have too much. We'll talk a little bit about the game.
The game.
What-
I wish the game would have ended quicker.
Okay, Gene. We already can tell. Gene has
Well, you know what,
insightful
though? There was no momentum.
analysis.
Even the national anthem, Gladys Knight, that was nice to see her out there, but I mean that was okay, whatever. I think the flyover was great, but then it was all downhill, wasn't it? It was terrible. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
Well, Gene, let's talk about the game
Okay, it was awful.
itself. I actually, you know what?
Okay, defense. I don't think so.
Maybe it was because I was drinking the whole day,
Oh,
Gene.
gee,
But
you're
I,
an advantage.
I actually don't think the game was that bad.
Really?
I thought it was actually.
I would say you and Bill Simmons are the only ones
Oh
in
God!
America.
By the way, if you
I
want
listen to
to,
his
if you want to listen
podcast.
to an insufferable
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah, I listened to it
where
already.
an insufferable Patriots fan basically gets to spend an hour and 20 minutes
right.
talking about how
cousin
great his
Sal.
team.
That's got to be the hardest one he does all year.
He has to get paid for that
Hey,
show,
by the
right?
way-
I mean, there's
by
no
the
way a
way-
grown man is going to
Hey.
be, especially someone who bet $20,000.
Yeah,
Is gonna
it-
sit
yeah,
through
he
another
lost
man's
27,000.
Patriots love
right,
fest.
Right. And cousin Sal, he was at Elton John the night I was there. And then did you hear him?
Did you see
say-
him? Oh, then
I-
his computer got.
Yeah, it got stolen. That's why.
Which is really weird, Gene, because we're doing this on a new MacBook that you brought in.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm not sure where you got that. I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was at the. Did you happen to pass by his car? Did you pass by a car? Be like, whoa, the window's broken.
I took the subway. I'm telling you, when you're on the subway, you can't get robbed. Well,
Yeah,
you can get
there you go.
beaten and killed, but
Sal,
Yeah.
hope you were watching. Listening.
he was in a lot, and they broke his window and stole his computer.
Yeah.
And then he filed a police report.
First of all, who brings their laptop to a
I don't
concert,
know.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
wait, you writing jokes?
right,
You
right.
you writing Jimmy Kimmel jokes? Waiting in line for the parking lot?
There you go. Oh, you see? But I'm not
Why don't you
alone.
do a hey cousin Sal? You like pranks?
Right.
Here's a prank. Give me $5,000 or your computer
go.
doesn't get touched.
Yeah. Hey,
Something
there
like
was.
that.
I bet there was a lot. And I was on the floor. I had really good seats. But there was a lot. There had to be a lot of celebrities.
So where
there.
was it at? Was it at the Hollywood Bowl?
Staples-
Oh, okay,
Staples
Staples
Center.
Center. And this was Saturday night or?
It was actually last Wednesday night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was.
And now
so
is he
great.
playing like a bunch of shows or is he
He's
just?
doing 3 years. He's doing it. It's a 3-year farewell tour. I think he's doing a couple hundred shows.
All right. And was he just in LA for one night or is
No,
he here
he
for
did
like a
5
week?
nights. Yeah.
Wow.
He did 3 at Staples Center and 2 at the Forum. So he's done with LA. He said goodbye to us. He was very emotional. He said goodbye. And then at the end of the show, after his encore, he leaves stage with a walker. Just symbolic.
Like, as a joke.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Well,
the kind of humor he brings to the
Yeah.
table. But he was
That's
really good.
that's that British humor, Gene.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't get it. I
Oh,
guess.
you know who was there? Bernie Taupin, his writing partner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty impressive.
Has he like released like a memoir, like a tell-all memoir yet, or has he released some sort of like fake garbage? But
Probably.
so it would be really interesting. First of all, how much drugs?
He
How-
did a lot.
how
He
much
talked
cocaine?
About that. He did a lot.
Has-
He hasn't. He stopped in. He said 1990. Yeah, but he did a lot.
You see
in
all
the
these-
70s
You
and 80s.
see all those pictures of like just piles and piles of cocaine,
Right,
like
right.
in bricks,
Yeah.
in packages, like that. That's like a Monday for him.
Yeah, that was
back in the day, back in
he
the
was
80s.
irresponsible, but living the fast life. But he cleaned up.
Good
That's
Lord,
why he
how
can
many-
still. He's 1 years old. That's why he can still play because you got to give that up. Yep.
And other than like I don't know, like I don't know who's like the biggest whore of all time, Madonna maybe or something like that. Who has had more cock?
Whore?
Who has had more cock in his mouth?
Oh my god.
His or her? I don't want to be gender.
That?
Who has had
Elton
cock?
John's a parent.
Who's had more cock?
He got married to his husband.
Who has had more cock in his mouth?
Oh my gosh.
Than Elton John?
I don't.
Tell me one person.
Would you say that's inappropriate?
Rock Hudson, maybe.
No, I don't.
Maybe.
I'm gonna.
Some priest that we don't know about, maybe.
Could you edit out me being in?
All right.
I'm gonna.
Gene, this is live. Gene, this is the magic of this
Anytime
is
you
Facebook.
start talking like that, I'm gonna go over here.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Gene, you brought him up.
But he was great. Yep.
All right.
And the next big concert I'm going to is Bob Seger. He's on his farewell
all
tour
these-
as well.
Man, the trick to getting rich is having one or two good songs when you're in your 20s,
Yeah.
laying low for like 40 years,
Right.
and then coming back. Although these guys actually did stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, Gene, this is not.
Well, I already told you I feel about the Super Bowl.
Again, Gene, I think you should do a column. It should be Gene's Broadway. That should be the
Oh,
column.
I love Broadway. But I'll tell you this, it was better. Even the worst Broadway show, which I don't need. Oh, probably The Bodyguard though. That was better than the Super Bowl.
All right, David Walsh. David Walsh seems like he's a gambling degenerate.
He's my cousin.
I won
Hi,
both
David.
prop bets.
You did?
Has he ever asked you for money, Gene? Late at night.
No.
I need money. Oh, I didn't see the comment.
Oh, okay.
We went too far in the
please-
comment.
Yeah. Hey, David's my cousin. He lives in Council Bluffs, other side of the state from Iowa. Yeah.
All right, so what did you say? Okay, I won both prop bets last night. Picks tails on the coin toss, and the over/under on the length of the national anthem.
Oh yeah.
Over/under was time. Blah blah blah. I picked it. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. All right, so
Good
there you
job.
go. Nice.
Hey, if I was gonna bet, I would have bet the national anthem. I would always go over because they get so wrapped up going that
Yeah, and then maybe the band plays a little slower or
Right,
whatever,
right.
or maybe they even
Yeah.
say, "Hey, go play."
They-
All right. Well,
okay.
all right, Gene. So Super Bowl 53. By the way,
nothing about it. I like to fly over. Okay, Gladys Knight's okay. She was
so
good.
again, I mean, maybe it was because I was well intoxicated, but I mean,
didn't. It
I thought-
wasn't. You can't say it was good defense.
thought-
it wasn't a very entertainment.
well, listen, I thought it was
terrible.
compelling from
I
the
don't
point of
think
view about how the Rams couldn't get anything going
Yeah,
on
but the Rams
offense,
punted
and
9 straight times. I think 9 or 10.
yeah, I mean, I thought that was it was a compelling story. It's like, what's going on with this team? And then New England really couldn't do anything. It was just kind of fun to
Well, I
watch
know, but-
the Rams
but
try to hit Tom Brady.
I know. Jared
stuff.
Goff wasn't any good either. But Tom Brady didn't look very good. Did you? His passes weren't that great.
Well, he had his first pass was an interception or something
yeah.
like that.
Thanks. One of it. Oh, it could have been his first
I
one.
thought it was the first play.
Thank
or
goodness
whatever.
for Julian Edelman. He saved him.
Well, Gene, you're watching this game, and neither of us, we're not exactly NFL gurus.
Talk for yourself.
But we have watched football for a long
Right,
part of our
right.
lives.
I love football.
You watch all these plays, and like Julian Edelman,
Yeah.
it seems like he's open on every single
mean,
play, doing all these
and they
crazy
keep-
outs and seams and
They
all this
keep
stuff.
showing him Julian Edelman. He'll run up to the guy and he'll stop and he'll run the other direction. The guy doesn't go with him. He fools them so easy.
Yeah, and he runs these precise routes, and he just
Yeah.
gets into areas and stuff like that. And I mean, I thought he deservedly won the MVP. And
Oh, for sure.
some people are saying there should have been a defensive player, and
Who,
yeah, I would
though?
say that. But I mean, it's marketing,
no,
just like
it-
everything
it
else,
was
you know.
Edelman. Yeah.
And then Jared Goff, Jared Goff, I thought looked pretty bad, and I
He
thought
was
he was,
awful.
I thought he was in shell shock or something like that.
I know
mean,
he might the moment. I mean, you don't get those bright lights when you play for the Cal Berkeley Bears. Him
I
and
guess.
Todd Gurley were both overmatched.
well, and then Goff kind of got it together in that Saints game, the Eagles game, on those last drives.
Right.
And all that stuff,
Oh,
and really
yeah,
put a nice
that's
drive.
right,
And
you're
he seemed
right,
like they
you're
were
right.
coming alive
Yeah.
near the end, but
Yeah.
just the defense, the Patriots were running,
Yep.
just really messed with his head, and he threw the interception, which pretty much sealed the game.
Oh, that was a terrible interception.
At the end. And it's pretty much
He could have got the one guy. The one guy, he threw it.
That
the
long
one guy-
pass?
yeah.
and again,
yeah.
you get another Patriots safety or D-back, just
Mm-hmm.
making some crazy play, saving the game. I guess that's the hallmark of this Patriots teams, is these players you've never heard of making crazy plays. All right, and then again, we're not going to do too much, but it was pretty obvious that Bill Belichick completely outcoached
I was surprised
the other team.
I didn't. They always.
And poor Wade Phillips. Poor Wade Phillips held the Brady's. The Patriots to 13 points.
Okay,
and meanwhile,
he was great.
Hey, Sean McVay. I thought you're a genius. How about we run some other plays or something? I mean, do something, change it up.
All right, you Wonder Boy. There you go. Yeah. Hey,
the Packers.
Now we're on the same.
And the
page.
Packers hired this guy as protege. I mean, good God.
Oh my goodness. But look at. Yeah, I was surprised. When they do the bet about the Gatorade, what color? I go, no, I don't care. Nobody's got the courage to dump it on Belichick, but they did. They did. I was there when Alabama won their first national title, and they dumped red Gatorade on Nick Saban wearing a white shirt.
And all those kids were expelled.
Oh my!
All the kids were expelled.
Pissed off, and they never did it again. I don't believe so.
Speaking of Belichick, I thought he sounded pretty loose after the game.
He did.
He had his granddaughter up on that
stage.
Really
funny.
By the way, that's not his daughter because he has a young wife, right?
Yeah, he's got a young girlfriend.
Yeah, so I don't know, but and then they were interviewing him later on ESPN with Chris Berman and all these guys, and he seemed pretty loose there. I think he's retiring. This is going to be it. This is probably his final greatest coaching job because can you name 4 players on the Patriots?
I didn't. That Sean. Who's
Gronk,
Michael Michelle, the running
Sony
back.
Michelle. He didn't do shit.
I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah, well, that's the running back, but yeah.
I mean,
Gene's more of an NFC guy.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Gene's watching Hello Dolly.
No, I watched the Chiefs game.
All right. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't think he played too much.
Belichick was awesome.
But yeah, completely. Yeah, and then I think
I was surprised how funny because when he was sitting with the ESPN guys, he was just like, "Oh yeah, whatever, nowhere to go," smiling and.
Yeah. And it's kind of surprising like how much he just talks about the game. Like he's more than willing to say like, "Hey, we did this, we did try that." I mean, I guess for people who actually know what's going on, it's no secret. But he's very open. And then they do these really incredible segments like on the Monday or Tuesday afterwards on the local Pats media.
I've heard them.
Where it's like Belichick breakdown.
With one of the ex-players.
And he's basically saying like how they beat these other teams. It's really fascinating stuff.
He can be, I'm telling you, he can be pretty compelling.
And then,
because everyone always sees him in the press conference.
And it's great to have these young kids who are trying everything as we see a young girl go down behind us. Yeah, it's nice to have a young kid who's like a free thinker or whatever, a fresh thinker. But when you got someone who's like Belichick, who's probably seen every single play run since there's been film, it kind of helps to have an old guy who's seen everything and done everything.
Yeah,
right?
and he wasn't. I think he played in college, a small. I'm not.
You know why he didn't continue? Because they're doing some kind of crazy blocking scheme, and he completely destroyed his knee, and that's why his career was cut short. Yeah.
He's
I'm not sure
awesome.
exactly what happened.
I don't know. He probably won't step away.
I think he does step away because
that
I
would
think
be cool.
I think that's the only way they're able to get what's Todd Haley? Is that no? Who's the
Josh
McDaniel? I think that was the only way to get him to come back. Well, I think he's going to be the coach next year.
Belichick's 66, and
yeah,
he kind of looks it. He looks kind of I mean, Pete Carroll's pretty youthful, but
well, Pete Carroll wears it better, I think.
Yeah.
All right, and then
did you see that ill-fitting T-shirt? Did you see him wearing the? I was surprised he put that on.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl T-shirt.
Yeah. Well, let's just say he doesn't exactly have a beach body.
No, he's better off wearing a hoodie.
Although it's probably better than Andy Reid, though, right?
Right.
Imagine. All right, and then Tom Brady. What can you say about this guy? I mean.
I'm just glad he didn't get the MVP.
Gene's very spiteful.
No, he was okay. I mean, he was pretty terrible. Then he was kind of better, but yeah, he didn't deserve it.
Okay.
But then I thought maybe I'll just give it.
He played better than Goff. Okay.
Yeah, he was better than Goff.
He is the without a doubt. I don't want to say the not the best player,
right?
But he's definitely the best football player of all. And not athletically,
right?
But just obviously he's won 6 goddamn championships as a quarterback. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Hey,
but I mean, again, my argument is I feel like all these other NFL teams are so poorly run, and so poorly managed, and so poorly coached. The fact that the New England Patriots are competently run,
right?
Not only competently run, but well run.
Yeah,
I think that pretty much guarantees them a shot at the AFC Championship every single year. And if you get there, you only need one more game to win the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
because
So
Robert Kraft, he's turning into a bit of an oddball.
guy
And
was hammered.
I know. And did
But-
you hear when Jim Nance let him hold the mic? I was like, oh, bad idea. Bad idea.
I thought it was supposed to say "fuck you" someone or whatever. "Fuck you" everyone.
Yeah, he didn't acknowledge Goodell. Did you see that?
I don't know.
Goodell handed him mic originally.
I like how Goodell was like, "Congratulations to you and Jonathan," like his son.
Right.
It's like, okay, it's a couple of rich guys congratulating each other. I love that.
Robert Kraft, because he's kind of nutty, but the organization is so solid, so good.
Yep. All right, and it's all Belichick basically, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then just to follow up on Brady, the best football player of all time. Well, no, I won't say the best. I won't say the greatest football player of all time, but I think just the pure best football player, I think, is still Aaron Rodgers, but Patrick Mahomes has pretty much replaced him at this point, anyways. I think so. I think Patrick Mahomes will be better than Aaron Rodgers.
He's got to. Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
But
please win one more title. I don't know how they're going to do it.
I mean, it doesn't even really matter anymore because there's Tom Brady and then there's everyone else,
it
right?
Still would be nice.
There's a gulf. There's a gulf between Tom Brady.
What would it have been like? Would he have won 6 titles with
Belichick? They would have won 10.
Yeah.
They won it every single year because they would have just been blowing people out for 40 points a game.
Yeah, I think so.
You know? Oh, she must have knocked her head down or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you think she's going to see the concussion specialists in the high school here? All right, there's a high school girls basketball team, to be honest.
We support the high school.
All right. And then, Gene, of course, everyone loves to talk about the commercials.
Well, and awful. Well, I don't want to be too mean, but not good. And then I read a lot of reviews, and that was a consensus. Some of them were really disturbing. I go, these are $5 million commercials.
Oh, 20. They're probably all in all, they probably spent $20 million altogether, right?
Yeah, because
to film
just
it,
the ad time is $5 million, $5.4 million,
and then to
like
film it and to
yes,
blah blah blah,
exactly.
and everyone's charging a premium. Oh, it's a Super Bowl commercial. You know what I mean? These companies are getting bamboozled.
Right.
By these ad agencies.
Yeah.
You know that beer commercial, that light beer commercial where that chick is talking to a microphone in the Amazon desert?
Right.
I mean, I listen, I know you're trying to target chicks and try to sell beer to chicks. I mean, do you guys think chicks are that stupid to fall for that shit?
Yeah.
You think you're some stupid 20-year-old chick be like, "Oh, wow, that'd be awesome. I'm going to buy that beer."
Yeah.
I don't know. And then go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Hobbs versus that Fast and Furious spinoff.
Oh God.
I mean, look at you're spending over $5 million. That's a lot of. Are people gonna remember that come summer when it comes out? I mean, that's a lot of.
Did you need to spend that much money for Fast and Furious? I think it kind of sells by itself, right?
It's a spinoff. It's
By the way, Vin Diesel isn't in it.
No, it's The Rock and
then the other guy. I know the other guy burned to death, but I mean, Jesus, I mean, no one's even in this movie anymore.
This isn't a Fast and Furious movie. It's a Fast and Furious character spinoff.
It's in the it's in the universe, right?
Right.
And Gene, I'm sorry, but how many movies do we need where The Rock fights Jason Statham, or whatever his name, Statham?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I've seen this movie 1,000 times.
Yeah. But that's a lot of dough to put into the thing.
Yeah.
What did you? I liked having the dude, Sarah Jessica Parker, but that one didn't get too well.
I'm sick of seeing these old ass characters coming back.
Did you like? Some of them were good, I guess. But
this is just a conspiracy by these ad agencies with these old casting directors and all this stuff. These old characters that need money, like Sarah Jessica Parker. I'm sure she's fine.
Right.
But she's like, yeah, I'll take $5 million to do this movie.
What about
this
the
commercial?
one with Parex, the cleaning detergent? I didn't even know what the hell. It was such a simple commercial. I go, you guys spent $5 million? And then the one that really offended me, the worst one, was the one with the milk. Remember that one?
Milk?
With the chunky milk.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
What was that even advertising?
I don't know. It's just so disturbing. It was, I don't know. I don't know. But and I was reading the reviews about, I go, how did this get approved?
Very memorable.
Because the thing is, all the pros that I read today said, yeah, you remember what a disturbing commercial was. You don't remember what product it was for. Yeah.
I think that's the point, right?
Yeah.
And then, then Budweiser, Bud Light.
Yeah, with that.
Quite a lot of commercials. They spent a lot of money.
But they were in cahoots with Miller Lite.
They went directly after.
Yeah, but how did they do
Miller
that?
Lite.
They,
Their big thing was corn syrup.
yeah.
Miller Lite uses
Is
corn
that a
syrup.
big deal? Or they don't?
Yeah, I didn't know people were drinking beer for the corn syrup taste. So
Wait,
I'm sure they use corn syrup for some sort of flavoring, but I'm sure it's not like 90%.
And they took
like
a barrel.
Coca-Cola.
They took a barrel of corn syrup to Miller Lite, and Miller Lite rolled it back down the hill after them. That one I didn't quite get, but I'm not a
okay, Gene, and then at one point they're like, our beer is only made from natural products like water and blah 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 and rice.
Yeah,
rice, Gene.
Yeah.
So they're admitting they're proud.
Yeah.
They're advertising that they're making their beer out of rice.
Oh, is that not good? I don't know.
Well, Gene, Gene, I'm not a historian. I'm not a brewmeister.
Right. Okay, you're not. You're not a Hofbrau.
But I don't think the Germanic purity laws, beer purity laws, had any rice. In them.
I see.
You know the beer purity laws. You know what I'm talking about? There's like only 4 ingredients: hops, barley, and water, and something else.
Yeah.
No rice, Gene. No rice.
All right.
All right. So Budweiser.
Yeah.
Listen, let's not start looking at the ingredients. Let's not ask people to look at the ingredients, okay? Because you got a lot of shit in your closet.
I don't know if those were good or not. I don't know what was going on there. Yeah, a lot of it. Jason Bateman was good though. I watched that one today. Again.
Yeah, I thought that commercial was pretty funny actually.
Yeah,
when they went
that
through the
one
different
where
floors.
he was the elevator operator. Yeah. Yeah. That was good. That was for a car. Hyundai? Yeah. What about that?
It was like a car buying experience.
What about the halftime show?
Oh, God.
People are just ripping it for him taking his shirt off, for them being bland, for everything.
Well, the music's terrible. I mean, and
yeah,
all those young girls that were around the stage. How did they get inside, right? I mean, none of them were wearing Rams jerseys or Patriots jerseys. Real fans, right?
No, they bring them in just for halftime.
Yeah, and where do they go? Like, are they just in the hallways, like before and after the game?
They're party. I'm sure they're at all the rehearsals. Hey,
and what about the field?
The
player just trampling all over the field. That's why it's never going to be at Green Bay because they'll destroy them.
Got some big hits, but would you want to see them now live? I think I'll pass.
I mean, I don't know. It's like. 300 million people watch this thing. They have to have the most banal, boring.
Oh my god!
You can't have anything.
They got ripped.
And Big Boy, they have Big Boy from Outcast 3000 or whatever Outcast.
Yeah, Outcast.
Only 20 years too late.
I know. And what's with the fur coat? That was
cold. Winter vortex.
Wait,
and listen, Gene, it's
hey, Adam Levine wasn't wearing a shirt and Big Boy's wearing a fur coat. Yeah, I'm not saying you can wear fur, whatever. Okay, I don't own any fur, but that's kind of a controversial stand. And what about Travis Scott? He got bleeped out.
I don't know who that is.
He was the first.
I don't know. I literally did not know who any of these people.
Well,
I know
Travis
Big Boy
Scott
a little bit.
Came out first. Yeah, whatever.
Gene, it's very. You're touching sacred ground going at the Super Bowl halftime show. Not a lot of people are got the balls to go there.
I think from what I've gathered in my research, this wasn't a big hit. The commercials, the halftime, or the game.
Yep.
And I think it could go down as one of the worst ever.
And then at the end of the game where they're handing the Super Bowl trophy, what's his name? Joe Namath.
Oh yeah, he got the last.
God, that must have been so sweet as a Patriots fan to see the greatest Jet of all time hand your team a Super Bowl trophy. That's pretty great.
There? Well, it's 50 years.
Well, it's 50 years, yeah. But then he didn't even hand it to him. He handed it to Emmitt Smith.
Yeah. Oh, so he gave it to
Emmitt Smith was walking it down.
And why is Emmitt wearing gloves?
Yeah, well,
because everyone's touching it anyway.
And how about that Just for Men? You know, his little goatee is like gray. I thought you were advertising that. But again, why Emmitt Smith? They're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, was it the 20th anniversary of the Cowboys winning or something? Like, why Emmitt Smith? Was he the only guy there?
It's been more than 20 years, by the way.
How about Steve Grogan, huh?
Wow.
How about that?
Steve Grogan. He played for the Patriots.
Is he still alive? Yeah, I know. How about some sort of like...
He got beat up by... I don't know. Maybe he wasn't available.
Jesus, God.
Yeah.
All right, and then Gene, just really quick, another NFL offseason news. Packers are picking up the option for Jimmy Graham.
They are?
So there you go. Yep.
Oh,
Jimmy Graham.
I thought they're going to part ways. Okay.
Well, Gene,
good.
I just wonder, I mean, hopefully he'll break his thumb in the preseason so that they actually throw him the ball early.
Yeah.
How about that?
Now I'm thinking Packers are in a different universe than even the Bears or the Patriots.
It's a whole new world, Gene. You don't have Mike McCarthy to fall back on.
I'll tell you
anymore.
one thing. I wouldn't be too nervous about the Rams until they figure out what's going on.
Well, they're going to lose a bunch of players because they, Sue,
he's gone.
Yeah, all those guys are gone.
Todd Gurley probably wants to leave after the way.
Good God.
I don't know what the hell.
The guy.
Either he's hurt or he's not. Okay, are you not hurt? Why aren't you playing?
Have you seen anyone's trade value tank like faster in 4 weeks than his?
But then Sean McVay said, I'll get him involved. Then he didn't get him involved. Well, I'll have to watch the film.
Yeah, well, their whole offense was built around them, right?
Why
don't you do?
Yeah,
all right, other NFL news. Julius Peppers, former Bear, former Packer.
He wasn't great. He had one good year for the Bears,
former
but he was
Carolina.
great with the Packers.
He won a Super Bowl with the Packers, if I'm correct there.
No, he played for the Bears 2010.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I think it was after that.
All right. I mean, may have been the year after that, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Should have came over in 1 year.
Yep.
Should have turned on that contract. And then Matt Nagy,
he's
of
awesome.
the Chicago Bears, has been named Coach of the Year.
Well deserved, Matt. Looks good.
Way better than a Super Bowl ring, I'm sure.
They could have won the Super Bowl. They could have. Don't you think?
Did you guys beat the Patriots this year? Did you or
no? No, the Patriots won at Chicago.
It was close though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Can't remember
15
that. I think Trubisky had to win the game and he just could not do it or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't a great game.
Was that every game?
Oh. Yeah, I think the Bears, they could have. Hey, the Saints definitely could have won. The Chiefs could have won.
I don't know. I think the Saints are weak. I don't because I think they're weak.
Well, the Chiefs could have won.
Speaking of correct. Okay, speaking of
that makes it sad that the Chiefs could have been Super Bowl.
Speaking of the Saints, the MVP voting for the NFL is finished, and Patrick Mahomes won in a landslide, 41-9. So.
Good for him.
Here you go. Super Bowl MVP, your second year, your first year as quarterback.
I like him a lot. He's so energetic. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
All right. And then, Gene, we were talking about this last week. Miller Park, again, will no longer be called Miller Park.
Very disturbing. May I say that? That's the most disturbing
by the way,
sports story going.
Go back to last week and listen to the show or watch the show. We had a pretty good rant, pretty good 20-minute discussion.
But don't you think it just everything's wrong? How much money? I know they make money off the naming rights, but gosh, you can't name it. What is it? American Family First Insurance?
American Family Insurance. By the way, Gene, I did not realize this.
Oh.
But when I was making fun of them because saying like, yeah, that's a staple of Wisconsin, but apparently they've been in Wisconsin for a while.
Oh.
And I think these guys were my first insurance company when I was 16, so I think they gave me a good rate.
I would name it Bratstop Stadium. Wouldn't that be so great? Because the Bratstop, I think that's in Kenosha. It's very famous. Or the Mars Cheese Castle Stadium.
Well, Gene, after the announcement last week that Miller Park would no longer be named Miller Park, but American Family Insurance Field or whatever the hell it's going to be called, there was a giant backlash against the Brewers.
Oh, good for them. Good for the people. Because it's
saying,
Miller
how could you do this? How could you be greedy? And blah, blah, blah.
It's not that much money. It's a few $1 million a year.
Okay. I love it when people say it's not that much money. And then,
Well, I love it when people say, I love it when people say. Okay, so that's a two-way street.
Well, we're in love, Gene, right now. All right,
the backlash is. I'm not even a Brewers fan.
Gene,
but there's plenty of backlash.
If we recall last week's episode, I said that I think there's something more to the story. More to the story here, and I was saying I think Miller probably lowballed the Brewers, thinking, what are they going to do? They're the Brewers. It's Miller Park. It's Milwaukee. What are they going to do? And the Brewers called their bluff. Well, Gene, more of the story has come out.
No.
And it turns out, and by the way, it's Miller Coors. By the way, it's Miller Coors.
What?
Owned by a South African conglomerate.
I don't like
it
the
turns
way
out,
the story's going.
It turns out the bid was not low, Gene.
Oh.
It was non-existent.
Uh-oh.
They didn't even put in a bid.
Wow.
That is correct. They did not even put in a bid.
Consider me stunned.
And Miller even sent out an internal memo stating that the offer from State Family Insurance, or whatever the fuck it's called, was substantially higher or something like that. So they even kind of spun this. They knew they were going to be looking bad. And here you have the Brewers organization trying to make everyone happy who didn't say anything about this non-bid, kept their mouths shut, and they took the bad press.
They took a lot of it, too.
So
I
hope all you folk who took the side of a greedy conglomerate corporation
I'm still
over the side of another greedy conglomerate corporation, part of it, feel terrible about yourself.
Miller Park suffered through all the bad times. Why when the Brewers on the verge of being a wild card team, do they want to abandon ship? Oh, that's too bad. Oh, that's disappointing.
Well, again, Gene, I don't think they did want to.
I can't put you in a division
Miller Park did
I
not.
know.
The Miller did not even put in a bid.
Miller,
so what were they supposed to do?
What are you thinking? The Brewers are going to be on TV a bunch. Any games they can't get the Cubs, when the Cubs fill up all their spots, then they'll turn to the Brewers.
Again, the headquarters are in Chicago now, and they're owned by a South African company. Do you think they even know where Milwaukee is on the map?
Wow.
Do you think they know where the Pabst Brewery?
No. Hey,
Pabst Village?
Hey, because you're from La Crosse, how about Old Style Stadium?
There you go. Old Style Field.
Wouldn't that be great? Old Style Field? Yeah. Isn't that a great name for a stadium?
Yeah, what way to bring back that brand? By the way, look at PBR. You telling me these freaking hipster kids wouldn't want to drink Old Style?
How did PBR become so popular with the youngsters?
Well, because it's cheap.
Yeah.
And it's got a great label, right? Doesn't it have a great label?
Yeah.
Remember the Old Style label with the freaking thing and the ship stuff?
Oh, my gosh.
Bring it back.
I think, and it's such a great name, because the White Sox, they play guaranteed rate field. And I'm like, oh, boy. And the arrow points down.
Old Style.
Old Style Field?
It was called Old Style back in the 60s when it was Old Style. We think that's just Old Style now.
Old Style, step up.
What a
Let's
great
get
name.
you on the national
I'm with you, Gene.
Oh,
Let's go fund me.
Yep.
All right, Gene.
Yeah.
I know you got to go in here pretty soon, but ESPN had a pretty fun article listing the worst contracts from each team.
In baseball?
And baseball. So I thought we would go through all the Midwest teams. And this is pretty much a direct response. I see a lot of chatter these days about Manny Machado and Bryce Harper, how no one is opening up the checkbooks, even though all these teams are making all this much money.
Yeah.
Well, consider this Exhibit A through Z.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot of bad contracts here, and just because these teams are making a lot of money.
The Cubs are doing are doing worse than anybody. And it's not who you start with?
All right, well, number 2. Now, these are just Midwest teams, right? So, number 2, I think what was number 1? I'm not sure. I think I don't remember. Number 2, Detroit Tigers. Miguel Cabrera.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Because they probably got a bunch more years
He's got 5 years at $154 million.
That's terrible.
That's over 30 a year.
That's why you don't pay those guys that's an Albert Pujols thing. That's going to crush them.
Guy's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's all broken down and fat and whatever.
Yeah. He had a triple-double. No, what was it? Was that the
Triple Crown?
Triple Crown?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's his WARP?
Yeah. Oh, it's WARP.
WARP?
Yeah.
Is that a pitching? That's a pitching sound, right? All right. No. Cubs are number 6.
Okay. I'll say the worst, because most people would say
guess this.
Most people would say probably Jason Hayward or Yu Darvish. But I'm gonna go. Jason Hayward's the worst because he hasn't. Yu Darvish, there's still hope for. Jason Hayward just hasn't.
And it's only 20. But it is Jason Hayward, 5 years, 118.5.
Oh, and that's why they can't sign Bryce Harper because they.
By the way, if you're Chris Bryant and you're Chris Bryant on your rookie contract and Jason Hayward's making $20 million a year, batting .097.
Oh my God.
How do you feel?
No, I mean Jason Hayward, they won the World Series, so great. But yeah, it's been rough.
2022, when Chris Bryant and Javi Baez become, you guys are Baez. You guys are screwed.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna have to sign. Well, they want to sign him ahead of time, but the problem is Scott Boras is Chris Bryant's agent, and he
two for one. Yeah. How about 2 guys, $50 million a year? We'll figure out how we divvy it up.
Okay.
Theo will not be there, right? When those contracts are up, he'll be gone.
Yeah, no, I don't know. He's got a couple more years, and then we'll see what he does.
He'll be like the politician that ran up the debt for the city with a new sewer system.
I don't want the Cubs ever to be bad again. That's too painful.
Yeah, he's going to become a senator.
When you get to the top, the Patriots are going to face this when they're crappy again and irrelevant.
What? They've been like the 17. Gene, they've been winning Super Bowl 17 years now.
I know. But wait till they're bad.
Remember we were talking about how they had no-name players? That's because they have no-name players. And they don't pay anyone. All right. Number 11, St. Louis Cardinals. Can you guess that? I'll let you guess. This might be more fun.
Who's bad? Oh, I know. Dexter Fowler.
Dexter Fowler, 3 years, $49 million.
That made no sense anyway. They should. Yeah, that's a bad one. And they don't. Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
All right, number 15, Kansas City Royals. I mean, you probably don't. I mean, I would not know this.
They have a few. Oh, maybe what's his name? The outfielder. Because he hurt a lot. I don't know who.
Ian Kennedy.
Oh, I don't.
2 years, 33. He's a pitcher, right? Isn't? No, is he?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot for Kansas.
All right,
City.
Number 20 is the Milwaukee Brewers. Not too bad. What?
Oh,
can you guess this?
Do you have? Oh, probably Ryan Braun.
You're correct.
Yeah.
20 years, $40 million, including a $4 million buyout. And they actually say this is not too bad of a. This is not that bad of a contract concerning his.
I mean, it seemed at the time they got a good deal, but they didn't. Not at all.
I mean, again, 10 years ago.
Right.
Oh boy, $20 million a year. This guy's going to be hitting like MVP every single year. Not so much.
That's why I want the Cubs to sign Bryce Harper somehow. But then on the other hand, if they got to give him 10 years, I don't know.
All right, Cincinnati Reds.
Oh.
21.
The Reds. Wow, they got a few. Okay, I'm not sure. Who's their pitcher? Oh, they did have one that was really bad.
Homer Bailey, but they give him to the Dodgers.
But he's gone.
All right, it's Joey Votto, which again, I mean, I'm sure he's owed a lot of money, but I thought he had a pretty good season last year, right?
He's so good, and he's done so much for Cincinnati.
But he's entering his age 35 season. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
He had 12 home runs last year, but his OPS, did his average go up or something?
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 22, the Cleveland Indians. I mean,
they have a few.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the Indians, so. Carlos Santana, 2 years, $35.6 million.
Well, those 2 years you can get away from those quick, but yeah.
All right, this is not the Midwest, but Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow, I would say, I don't know.
Guess. Why am I asking you this, Gene?
Oh,
can you guess?
You gonna say Jake?
Jake Arrieta.
Oh no.
2 years, $45 million.
I know he had a pretty decent year last year.
Yeah,
it was okay, but yeah, the Cubs are right, and I don't know.
Payne Kershaw.
He's a hero. They couldn't have won without him.
All right, Chicago White Sox. I mean, do you know this?
Oh, what's his name? I know who you're talking about. Go ahead.
Jose Abreu?
Yes,
I don't know.
Exactly.
1 year, 16? That doesn't seem like it's too bad, but he must really suck.
Well, it's going to be Manny Machado in 2 years.
Yeah. In 7 years.
Like, what were we thinking?
And then Pittsburgh Pirates.
Who's their, I don't know. Bell?
That guy with stupid braids, Jasso, with what's his name?
Yeah. It could have been the other guy but he left.
No, it's Gregory Polanco.
Oh wow.
Which again is not really bad. They're number 30 out of 30 teams.
They're not gonna spend money.
5 years, 52. Gregory Polanco seems to always do something bad against the Brewers. The Pirates, so he's a good player.
Poor fans. They're fans. They had a chance and they didn't win, and now they're not gonna spend money and they're gonna be terrible. So.
Didn't they play that wild card winning game for like 4 years in a row?
Yeah, and they lost every time.
I mean, after 2 times, don't you like get an ace or something like that? So let's make sure we win this game.
I think for sure it was 3 years in a row. Once to the Cubs and hosting too. Yeah.
I love corn syrup.
Oh my gosh, I'm confused with Bud Light saying corn syrup is bad in beer, or did they use it? I don't.
Well, so what? They use sugar? I mean, what's the alternative here? So we use sugar in our beer?
You don't remember the price? What are they saying? I don't know.
They're saying the ad agency is saying we tricked all these idiots into giving us a bunch of money to create this bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Gene, that's the way it is.
That is.
One more week in the books.
This is a really good week because Saturday I'm seeing Ragtime at the Pasadena Playhouse. Very exciting. And then Sundays, Hello Dolly. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So now that there's no more football on Saturdays and Sundays, a lot more musicals in my future.
Yep, and in our future.
I miss football already, but the first NFL game September 5th. So there we go.
All right, preseason in August. We got the Hall of Fame game or some.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
crap.
and also college starts at the end of August.
Yep.
And the draft, and they'll announce the schedule in April. That's really exciting.
All right. Well, Gene, I think we've done.
Play the music.
I think we've done a lot.
Is that what you're supposed to? You have. You've done way too much for.
I think we've. I think we got through a lot of difficult.
Are you excited to count down to the Oscars?
Oh God, I literally do not know one movie.
I know.
I like Roma. I should see Roma.
Roma it's on Netflix. It was
Roma. Yeah. All right, so that's it, Gene. We're gonna end it right here. It's been a great show. It's been a lot of fun.
Hey, everybody survived last week. The weather is really cold, so congratulations.
All right, so for Gene Steichen, my name is Chris Duff. It's been the Midwest Sports Show. See you next week.
Bye.